Ladies and gentlemen, we have an insane video to get into. We have the updates, the rumors, and the leaks, and all of them are just bonkers. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's like every day we're just getting massive updates and leaks and rumors, and I'm not against it. You guys know I like talking about it, but it's just so strange how I feel like it was almost a drought for about a month, and now it's just a lot going on. But you know, it makes for a good video. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. We're getting closer to 23,000 subscribers, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep our amazing communities growing. And let's go and get right into it. So the first thing I would like to do today is talk about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I'll be honest, I haven't really talked about this game too much. I'm excited for it, but I really just didn't care for the longest time, and I'm not really sure why. Like, I know this game has been anticipated for over a decade, and it's cool that it's here, but I guess until I'm actually playing it, I don't really care that much. But I will say, once those previews went live yesterday or maybe the day before, it did change a lot for me. I do see the detail, I see the work that went into it, and the Switch 2 version truly looks next generation, so it's kind of crazy that it's also a Switch game at the same time. I do think this game is going to be amazing. I just still feel like Nintendo has not done enough to market it. I'm sure as we get closer to release, they will do a dedicated direct. At least I hope they do. And then I also hope they do some kind of product along with it. Maybe our first special edition Switch 2 Joy-Cons or something, you know. I just feel like there's so much left in the air with this game that no matter what happens, it's still going to underperform, at least in Nintendo's eyes. But I will say, the previews have me pretty excited, man. It looks like an amazing game. Besides that random ass NPC, if you guys seen the previews, you know what I'm talking about. Not a fan of that, but yeah, the game looks pretty good.
Now let's play a game. Let's play a game called Is Nintendo Lying to Us or Not?
Because why would a company lie to us? So you know, there was a new firmware update recently, and after that firmware update happened, some Nintendo Switch 2 third-party docks stopped working. And the only reason that you would think that would happen is Nintendo went in there and did that on purpose. Like, hey, what the hell are y'all doing? Only use our stuff so we can make all the money. And while I don't agree with that practice, it makes sense coming from Nintendo, you know? Oh, greedy Nintendo. But allegedly, that's not the case. And I still just don't believe this. So Nintendo has confirmed to Tom's Hardware that it has no intention of blocking the use of third-party docks with its Nintendo Switch 2 console after a bunch of users seeing that the third-party docks were not working. That's crazy, okay? It does not make any sense. Like, why else would these docks not work anymore besides Nintendo doing this? But at the same time, even if Nintendo's lying to us here, which I feel like they are, I will say it's kind of cool that they came out and gave an official statement like, yeah, we don't care if you guys are using third-party docks. Even though that's probably a lie, I still think it's interesting that they came out and said anything at all. So a lot of you guys messaged me on Instagram saying that your third-party docks weren't working. Some of them were. Yeah, so I just find this so odd. So some of the bigger news that I feel like came out of absolutely nowhere, because we are expecting the sequel to this game on the Switch 2, which I do have an update for as well. But Red Dead Redemption Switch 2 Edition. Yeah, we're getting that. Kind of strange. It's also coming to iOS, Android, PS5, and Xbox, as well as the Switch 2. And it's going to be 60 frames per second on the Switch 2, as well as mouse controls. A few other things, I believe. And the craziest part about this update is 100% free. What do you mean? Rockstar giving us something for free? Rockstar and Nintendo? Free? These three things do not go together and make sense. But it is happening. I have some theories to why this is happening, but even though this is happening, it is cool. I'll be honest, I don't really care that much. I bought the game last year at the Nintendo store. It was my first time playing Red Dead Redemption. Beat it on the Switch, loved it. It's a one and done kind of thing for me though. I'm actually kind of replaying through Red Dead 2 on my PS5 right now, or I was before I went on that big trip, but I just like Red Dead Redemption 2, but I would love to play it on my Nintendo Switch 2. But where is this game? It's been rumored for quite a while. for the Switch 2. So once we got this Red Dead Redemption update, people were thinking, well, maybe people misread the leaks. Maybe people got the information wrong. They weren't talking about Red Dead 2 for the Switch 2. They were talking about Red Dead Redemption for the Switch 2, Red Dead Switch 2, Red Dead 2. It kind of all got jumbled together, and I could see that happening. But allegedly, that is not the case. So as you can see in these screenshots here, Nate the Hate, I will give you 3 candies if you can tell your source if Red Dead Redemption 2 is still happening or got pushed back. The game is still happening. I don't have an update on timing. All I was ever told was it would be a few months after the Switch 2 launch. That's not the point, of course. It's going to happen at some point, but you specifically reported that Red Dead 2 would come later this year. I said I was told it would come a few months after Switch 2 launch, which is info from the start of 2025. GTA 6 has since been delayed, and Rockstar does whatever they want. Release timelines can change. And then at the bottom he says, Rockstar may have adjusted the timing to better fill their fiscal lineup. And I actually think that's exactly what happened here. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was originally going to launch the end of 2025, and then Rockstar would obviously have GTA 6 in the summer of 2026. But since that got delayed, I'm thinking we get this now. March, April, February, somewhere around there, we get Red Dead Redemption 2, and then that will lead Rockstar into GTA 6. So I still think this game is coming. Nate the Hate's hearing this from his source. He's doubling down on it, so I think it's legit. And then before the Switch 2 even came out, Nashville said Red Dead Redemption 2 and Elden Ring were getting Switch 2 ports in Cyberpunk, and we obviously see 2 of those 3 have been confirmed to be getting Switch 2 ports. So it's not a crazy thing that this is happening for the Switch 2. But I guess it's just going to be delayed by a few months now. So that sucks, man. But I cannot wait to play Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Switch 2. It's going to be amazing. But still, we got to look at the positive here. Red Dead Redemption is getting a free update for the Switch 2. So that's pretty cool. And arguably some of the biggest leaks we've got in a very, very long time is for Zelda. Now, this isn't a new Zelda game or an older Zelda game. This is for the Zelda movie. A few days ago, we seen that it was confirmed that Zelda is in production and it's filming in New Zealand, which makes sense. That's where, whoa, why am I going blank here? What are those movies called? That's why Lord of the Rings was filmed there. It looks magnificent. It looks otherworldly sometimes, like just crazy. I don't know if there's volcanoes or whatever, but like crazy rock stuff and forest and just so much stuff. It looks crazy. So Zelda filmed there, that's actually something positive. Well, I think that was like 2 or 3 days ago, and now we're getting actual footage, actual leaks of the Zelda movie being filmed, and it gives us a hint of to what timeline or what Zelda they will be making a movie out of. So we have 2 videos right here. This one you can see like the production staff and I guess Zelda with a horse, and then that looks like Impa, right? I mean, I would say that's who that looks like. Forgive me for not knowing the actress, but a lot of people knew exactly who that actress was, and they were very excited. So that's something they're probably going to announce very soon, especially with these leaks going out. But this looks amazing. Like the quality of the costumes and the setting and the horses and Zelda and Impa. And then we also have a look at Link as well. But I think just from looking at this, it looks like we're going to be doing Breath of the Wild. That's just what it looks like. Maybe it's an alternative timeline or something. And then we have another video right here of the guy spying. And the guy actually looks like Link, the guy who's the one spying, which is really funny. I thought that was Link at first. But you can see Link in a green tunic here. Yeah, man, this is awesome. I'm starting to become optimistic. Like at first I thought live action Zelda, I'm not a fan of this. Zelda is my favorite franchise of all time. If they went the animated route, then there's just so many things they could do. Maybe something cool cel shaded. And then obviously live action, like Link doesn't ever talk, so now he's going to be talking. Is the next Zelda game going to have Link talking in it? And I actually think that might be a possibility. But yeah, just seeing it in person, like seeing actual shots be filmed and seeing Link and Zelda and the horses and everything, I actually think it's going to be something really cool, really special. Now I am curious, since this movie is obviously looking like, at least in the Breath of the Wild universe, And we see the Mario games going Galaxy 1, Galaxy 2, and then Galaxy Movie. Is it going to be we had Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and that's going into the Zelda movie? Or do they do a third 3D Zelda game in that same universe somehow? Even though I guess Hyrule Warriors is technically in the same universe. But do they do another Zelda game in that same universe? Sometime in 2026, or even the beginning of 2027, or right after this movie comes out? Because while I have no problems with the movie being set in the Breath of the Wild universe, and maybe, being an alternative timeline, or just a new story, or maybe even the same story, I honestly just want that whole universe to be done, man. It is cool, it is impressive, it's arguably some of the greatest games of all time. I love both of the games dearly. This movie I'm sure I'm going to love as well. Hyrule Warriors I did not play, and to be honest, I'm probably not going to pick it up. It just doesn't interest me that much. I want to move on from this damn Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild universe. So maybe we get one more game to lead us into this movie or right after this movie. But come on, brother. We got to move on at some point. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this movie. It's starting to look like it's going to be pretty cool, man. So if we break it down, we have the Mario movie in 2026, Zelda movie in 2027, and then I believe Illumination just reported that they're already working on a Donkey Kong movie for 2028. So Nintendo Pictures, Nintendo Movies, that's like a full-on thing now. And I wonder if the games will always be tied to the movies. Like Mario game, Mario movie, Zelda game, Zelda movie, Donkey Kong game, Donkey Kong movie, maybe Star Fox game, Star Fox movie, and so on and so forth. So very interesting stuff, but it's a really cool time to be a Nintendo fan. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I just gotta say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. It truly means the world to me. I'm not just saying it, it really means the world to me. So consider hitting like and subscribe, consider following me on Instagram and Twitter, and if you could, consider becoming a channel member. You would just be a legend. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.